Have you ever stood in traffic, looked at the person next to you in a shiny, brand new $80,000 SUV, and felt a sudden pinch of jealousy? It is incredibly easy to look at the shiny things other people own and assume they have their lives completely figured out. We naturally assume that a nice car, a big house, or regular trips to fancy restaurants means someone is rich. But the truth is, there is a massive world of difference gulf between being able to buy something and actually being able to afford it. Anyone with decent credit can sign a piece of paper and walk off a car lot with a monthly payment that eats up half their income. Most of us spend our entire lives trying to climb a financial ladder without realizing that the rungs we are stepping on have completely different rules. We get a little raise at work, we immediately buy a slightly nicer car, and we wonder why we still feel just as stressed as we did when we were earning minimum wage. It is like running on a treadmill that keeps speeding up, and no matter how fast you sprint, you stay in the exact same place. Real wealth is completely invisible because it exists in the assets you own rather than the liabilities you display to your neighbors. A liability is simply anything that takes money out of your pocket every single month, like a car loan or credit card debt. Today, we are going to break down the actual levels of wealth based on what you can truly afford, starting from basic survival all the way to complete time freedom. By the end of this chat, you will see exactly where you currently stand, and more importantly, how to shift your focus from looking wealthy to actually being secure. The very first level of wealth is what we can call survival affordability, where life is governed entirely by the price tags in front of you. This is the reality for anyone living paycheck to paycheck, which turns out to be a massive percentage of the population. At this stage, you look at your bank account, see $50, and buy a $45 bag of groceries. Technically, you can pay for it because the transaction goes through without your card getting declined, but in reality, you cannot actually afford it because that single purchase actively drains almost all of your remaining resources. If your car battery dies or your tooth starts hurting next Tuesday, that $45 grocery trip suddenly cascades into a full-blown financial crisis. You are constantly playing a dangerous game of financial Tetris, moving bills around and hoping nothing unexpected falls from the sky. This is a highly stressful place to be because your entire life is reactive. Every decision you make is driven by short-term necessity rather than long-term planning because you simply do not have the luxury of time. If you are stuck in this zone, a single flat tire can feel like the absolute end of the world. You should care about this level because understanding it is the first step to escaping it, and it helps you realize that survival is not the same thing as stability. Escaping this level isn't just about making more money, it is about breaking the cycle of immediate consumption. Once you manage to get a little bit of breathing room, you climb up to the level of convenience affordability. This is the stage where you can buy a $6 coffee or pay $10 extra for grocery delivery without having to check your bank balance first. You aren't rich by any stretch of the imagination, but you've successfully bypassed the daily, exhausting math of basic survival.